So I'm trusting that what it's telling me is true. Welcome, beautiful soul family. It's such a pleasure to be with you here again. Thank you for joining. We're just moving through this new moon in Pisces energy. So the new moon sets the tone for the next couple of weeks. And Pisces energy, if you think about the glyph of Pisces, the glyph is, I hope you can hear me, by the way. Can you hear me well enough, my wonderful family here? The glyph for Pisces is two fish going in opposite directions. And this is often how Pisces feels. It feels as though, maybe I'll do this. No, wait a minute. No, I don't feel this. I feel something different. Let me tune in. Pisces energy is very much about trusting that intuitive voice and not forever batting it down and saying, oh no, I'm not sure, I'm not this, I'm not that. Pisces energy of this new moon encourages you to tune in to the water energies. Apparently, according to science, we are 71% water. Not quite sure how they get such an exact figure, but maybe they've measured it out. And that the oceans and the seas and the water upon our planet is also about 70%. So more than 2/3 of our beingness, if you like, is water. And Pisces, the water sign, the last of the water signs. And water has to do with emotion. And many of you may have been feeling a lot of emotion. Don't be surprised if you find yourself in a sea of emotions. With Sun, Moon, Venus, Neptune, all in Pisces. And soon, Mercury is going to go into Pisces as well. So this is really a time to merge. Pisces is about merging. It's less about identity. We're going to get the identity stuff coming again with everything going into Aries very soon in the next week. But right now we're looking at ways of merging. Of when somebody may say something, and maybe they're exaggerating, and you know they're exaggerating. Let's say somebody says, oh yes, I had a get together and 50 people came. And you know only 5 came. Is it necessary to be right? Or can you, in the Pisces way, just flow along, flow past the obstacles, flow past everything? Tears. Pisces would rule the tears. To allow tears, to allow sadness, to allow grief, to allow loss. So much of that is happening on our planet now. We've been living through, many of us, a year, more than a year, of losing our freedoms, of losing things that we are familiar to us. The camera is just about to go into the sunlight, so I'm just going to move it a tad this way. I don't know how that now looks or where I need to be. I guess you're going to tell me. But if I don't move that camera in a minute, you won't be able to see the video. So let's move him along. There we go. Being fluid in this Piscean energy. So it's about fluidity, and Pisces reminds us, instead of going and getting answers, it's a time to receive your answers. Pisces energy is receptive. A lot of the time we're going out, right, what's the answer to this? What's the answer to that? I don't know what the answer is as to why I haven't found a permanent place to live in New Zealand. I don't know why. My mind can come up with a ton of possibilities and reasons, but I'm having to trust that I've gone out and out and out, trying to get this answer, trying for this and that and the other. And maybe you've been experiencing similar things where you're pushing for an answer, or you want to know, or you feel stuck, or yes, what's happening out there? And Pisces is just about being willing to say, I don't know. And I'm ready, universe, to receive the answers in a way that I can't anticipate. So I guess that's the message of this new moon energy that we are taking as we move from the new moon in Pisces to the full moon in a couple of weeks' time in Libra. And Pisces and Libra are probably two of the most undecided signs because they are dual signs. So they're always trying to put their feet into the other person's shoes. And what do you think? And what's your opinion? And I'm not sure, is this the right decision? Did I make the wrong decision? Am I feeling guilty? Did I do something I think I shouldn't have done? So I think it's important with the water energy so prevalent is to become more aware of water and to treat water with reverence, with respect. Apparently in the East, you drink water with your hands. You use your hands, you touch the water first, and then you drink it. So maybe here we could just put our arms around the water and bless the water before you drink it. Because the kind of hydration that you get, the quality that you get of health from the water depends on the quality of the water. And water has an intelligence. It has a certain field that it picks up, as the studies of Masato Emoto have shown. And there have been many studies and more studies because we still don't understand the magic of water. But it's very powerfully healing. So using water as a healing tool, maybe saying a blessing. And the silky nature of water. It's got a silkiness to it, hasn't it? And look what we've done to our water. Sorry about the picture. I'm dealing with this sun. I shouldn't be complaining. Yes, some sunshine is beautiful. We need the sun. We need the light. I hope that's a better picture now. And water has memory. So water, let's tune into the power of the water and its healing capacity. And there are molecular messages in water. Some scientists in Germany did a study with a big group of students, and they had them just get a drop from the same water, but put a drop with their finger on the to go under the microscope. And each person's drop of water had an entirely different pattern. Each one quite beautiful, but completely different. So Pisces reminds us of the energy of the unseen world. And that when you've done everything you can, and yes, sometimes we're flailing around, sometimes very focused and things are going well and we're getting clear answers, but in many ways, with the pandemic, with the earthquakes, with the global warming, with the economy, with the political situations, with everything, there's a lot of guessing going on. And the Pisces energy just encourages us to, in the words of Eckhart Tolle, accept each moment as if you had chosen it. So that you don't feel powerless, because there's an energy of Pisces sometimes that feels a bit powerless. It can be a victim energy. And so with the new moon, this is a new opportunity to say, hey, no, I'm going to accept this moment, even if I don't like it very much. Even if it's uncomfortable and I need to hug a teddy or two or three. I'm going to accept it as though I've chosen it. And this reduces resistance, because Pisces offers an opportunity for emotional healing. And if there's one thing that our planet needs greatly right now, is the healing of the emotions. And I got to thinking a lot about the technology that we have and the whole subject of this global warming. And some of you may disagree and say, hey, there's global cooling, and that's okay too, because we're living in these fish energy going in opposite directions. But do remember, we're in that same water together. We might be making different imprints, unique footprints, unique kisses, but we're in the same soup. And the way that we build energy is through heat. Most of our energy sources and our technology is through heat. Yes, after a while, your mobile phone's getting hot. Your computer needs a fan inside of it. If you've been running your car for a while, you don't want to touch that bonnet because it's going to be hot. So most things run with an explosive energy. It's an outer energy. It's a pushing energy. And with this earth and water energy now, Uranus in Taurus, Pluto in Capricorn for these next several years, the energy needs to become less explosive. It's this whole anger stuff, this whole violent energy that we're looking to integrate and heal and use constructively. And energy systems that need to be created that are not explosive and wasteful, because there's a lot of wasted energy, but energy systems that Sadhguru talks about that are implosive, that are more inward. And then we wouldn't have global warming. We wouldn't have such a wastage of energy. And more of these systems are coming now, with technology finding ways in which we can grow our food in much gentler ways without having to dig and disrupt and genetically modify and do all kinds of things to our nourishment. So you might be looking at addictions at this time. It's a new opportunity because Pisces rules addiction. It's another opportunity to look at what are you sedating yourself with? When emotions come up, because Pisces is all around emotion, and emotions come up that you don't want to experience or feel. What are you grabbing? Is it a cigarette? Is it some marijuana? Is it a drink? What is it that you are doing in order not to feel? Because Pisces is all about feeling all of it. And lately I've had men, which is unusual now, and a few men breaking down in tears with me. The male energy just breaking, that harsh, having to be strong, having to make it. And I'm not saying that that doesn't have a place. But with the Pisces energy, you are being invited to know when to surrender, when to let go. And I've let go with the New Zealand journey now. I don't know which direction to go in. I'd love to know, but I don't. And can I accept that? Not easily, but yes. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, April. Thank you for moderating here, bringing us together. The togetherness with all our differences. Because if we can feel that togetherness and the feeling, Pisces, that you are not alone, that there are other energies, that there is help, that something and somebody has got your back. That's the Pisces, trusting in the invisible, trusting in that which we cannot see, the mystical, the miraculous. And appreciating water. It's so beautiful. You see a waterfall, you see a stream, you listen to water, you smell the sea, you taste the water, you touch the water when it flows on you. It's such a sensual experience, water. So I'm encouraging you to use water for cleansing at this time, cleansing and saying a prayer, because Pisces is about prayers. To bring peace and kindness and goodwill between us. The opposite sign, Virgo. Virgo, the critic, the judge. See if we can reduce the judging. Yes, we need judgment. But just judging a person before they've said a word, just judging a person after they've said a word. Let's see if we can be more inclusive. Inclusive. Pisces is inclusive. It knows we're connected. So it's an inward energy. It's finding the quiet moment here now together, knowing that you're in a safe place, a safe space here together. And yes, you might be reaching for the chocolate or the cake, but just become aware and see if you can feel all of it. There's a vulnerability in Pisces, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And when you are vulnerable, it's amazing how people want to embrace you and accept you. It's when you're prickly, like a hedgehog, which I know I have been, People don't want to come near you. They know they're going to get pricked. So by being vulnerable, I mean, my heart went out to these men who are going through various pains and sufferings. But there is great power in vulnerability. Music is very powerful at this time. And it's a time of forgiving yourself above all. There may be others out there that you can't forgive or you have forgiven, but can you forgive yourself for some of the things that you've done, said, that maybe you're not so proud of? Especially when you're under a lot of stress, it's even more difficult to keep you calm. But can you begin to forgive and forgive yourself? I've got a funny quote by Oscar Wilde here. Always forgive your enemies. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. But perhaps a more pertinent quote by Thich Nhat Hanh. When you begin to see that your enemy is suffering, that is the beginning of insight. So let's reach out to one another. Again, with the listening ear, Pisces is the listener. Pisces says, if you need to talk to me, I'm here. And I'll listen. And I won't say very much. Pisces doesn't say too much. It just swims around. Swimming around. Well, there's great illusion and delusion everywhere. Yes, getting a great question here. A big illusion in the financial markets and governments printing money. Absolutely. It's something I've been talking about for a long time. There's big shakeups going to be happening in the financial markets. And things that are invisible. It's this whole, how do you put value on invisibility? And I thought it was very interesting that this week or last week, a whole portfolio of digital art was sold for something like $69 million. And if you think about it, digital art, it's intangible. It's not there. It's not a canvas you can pick up and ship. It's like Bitcoin. It's not tangible. It's like all the money that they're printing. It's just zeros on a computer screen. So the question with the Pisces energy is, what are we believing in? It's all a question of whether we believe it or not. And the minute we stop believing in something, when the veil is lifted, when the illusion is gone, and we see something for what it really is, that's when the reality can begin to present itself. So keep in mind, in the quote of Pema Chodron, I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly, Chodron, you are the sky. Everything else is just the weather. So know that you are a constant. And that everything that's going around you is changing and is going to shift. Our economy is going to shift dramatically, for sure. Our values are shifting dramatically. How we see the world is shifting dramatically. But now with all this Piscean energy, this is the time to create the vision and the dream of what you wish to see in our world. Now is that time. So what do you wish to see? Let's share a few things here online together. What do you want to see? What is your dream now as we're about to move into the Aries point? Yes, Aries, 0 degrees Aries is a very powerful point. So now is the time for this big vision, and have a vision for your life, your personal life, for the ones you love that are dear to you, and also what do you want for the wider world? What do you want? What's your dream? What can you see in your mind's eye that is not yet manifest? What miracles do you wish to see? Because now together with the power of this online soul family, we can create something special. Honesty, freedom, kindness, people helping people, thank you, love, less greed, people connecting heart to heart, embracing Mother Nature. Beautiful. Worldwide peace. Chris has a dream of the rich having to live like the poor. Okay. Freedom, love, truth. Notice small-scale agriculture, vegetarianism, higher consciousness, unity consciousness, unconditional love. What if you're afraid to have a dream, Katerina? Just close your eyes and just see what comes in. Again, welcome a dream. Say, I don't know what I want to dream. Send something to me. Worldwide abundance, walking together, love for animals, group meditations, a 6-figure bank account that you own, more love for animals, people equal, kindness, creativity, peace, connection, global citizenship, yeah, woohoo, compassion, higher love, light everywhere, yes, light, community. No more war. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. I love this. Thank you for liking the video, everybody. Please like the video if you're liking it and enjoying it. It enables more of our soul family to come along and to create the dream together. And there is power in more of us together. Compassionate hearts, empathy. Love, respect, peace, community, unity, communication, instant manifestation, creation, perfect health. Let's make our world beautiful again. Oh, beautiful. Togetherness, love, freedom. Big teddy hugs. Yes. Awesome, awesome, guys. Yes, win-win for everybody. Thank you for liking. Suddenly went up. Thank you. Harmony, emotional healing, truth, love. Can you see? There are many themes that keep repeating. We want similar things. A wish to hug everybody. Clean air, no pollution. Isn't this wonderful? Love for animals, a good life for everybody, cooperation, working together, loving one another, the end of hunger, no more wars. Can you see? Gentleness, kindness, open ears, collaboration. Can you feel the love? Can we feel the love here together? Can you tune into the frequency of love? The Pleiadians often do this when they work individually in small groups with people. Tune into that frequency. Tune into these energies. Invite the frequency of love to be with you. Thank you to those of you who are generously contributing Thank you. To be a free spirit, to help one another, to heal trauma. Beautiful. Thank you for that whoosh. Yes, we had a waterfall of dreams, a waterfall of visions. And now all we need to do is just believe that this is possible. Have faith, have the highest faith that this can be so. I'm so grateful for your contributions. See how everybody's giving, giving, giving. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, April. Thank you for being here. And thank you for tuning into this higher frequency of the Pisces new moon. We're moving towards Libra energy, and Libra is all about our relationships. So this is a wonderful time for calling for the dream of healing our relationships with one another. Imagine if we could heal all the relationships with parents, with siblings, with children, with lovers, with husbands, with wives, with friends, with workers, with colleagues. Imagine if we could heal all of it. This is the energy we're working towards on the higher frequency. Now, on the lower frequency, we might be experiencing even more division, even more of like, why haven't you had your vaccine? Or why aren't you wearing a mask? And calling each other. And we may experiencing more of that. But if we can become conscious of knowing that ultimately we're in the same sea, so it's really futile to keep fighting. It really is. And we've got to find in the Libra, because we're coming up to the full moon of Libra, of togetherness and making our relationships as nourishing and as kind and as loving and as healing as we possibly can, and working towards that dream. So there's the healing to be done, which is the Piscean energy. And then there's the reconnecting to those relationships and seeing if is the way to break through. I connected with somebody who I honestly thought, I have to say, I didn't think I'd ever speak to him again. We didn't really part on very good terms several months ago. And yet his last words were to me, "You'll be back," or something like that. Yeah, he said, you'll be back. This is not over. And I was so angry with him. I wanted to hit him. It was like, how dare he? For me, it was over. And he's a Pisces, interestingly enough, and we just reconnected in this Piscean energy. And we had a great conversation last night. And so much got healed inside of me. So never say never. Don't close the door. You never know what you may have to learn from reaching out to somebody and seeing if there is a healing. Now, it may again not be about pushing it, but receiving it and allowing it if it comes to you. This is not something I was pushing for, I can assure you. I wasn't. But I was pleasantly soothed by the feeling of wanting to hold somebody at a distance who I had perceived had hurt me, of being able to go beyond that and see that he's got a good heart and that he's smart and that he's going to say what he feels is his truth, whether I like it or not. big learning experience and big healing experience. So what's happening in your world? What's happening with your relationships? First, your relationship with yourself. How do you want to feel about yourself? What's your dream about how you want to feel? Can you be kind to yourself? Can you forgive yourself? And then as we move towards the Libra full moon, how do I now reconnect, maybe with somebody, or begin new relationships from a higher frequency? So these are powerful times, and it's the two. We're working with the two. So there's you and your integration, and then you maybe more vulnerable, a little more open to receiving and experiencing relationships in a whole new way. I'd love to play you some music, but I've looked for so many things, and because I don't have a piano here or a violin right now, I would play you something, but I don't have that possibility. And everything is copyrighted, or most things on YouTube. I don't know how to find something that is not. So I would encourage you to listen to music by Chopin, if you like classical music, because Chopin, a real Piscean, perfect kind of music, piano music, or Debussy, Clair de Lune would be a good piece to listen to. Anything that soothes you and has a watery energy. So I just want to thank you for being here today. Somebody's asked me to say more on the dual signs. The dual signs are Gemini, the North Node is in Gemini, Pisces, which is Sun Moon, and Libra, which is the full moon. So we've got all three dual signs strongly activated this month. So you're dealing with the duality of mind, which is Gemini energy. Is this right? Is this right? Yeah, the mind talk, the monkey mind energy, becoming aware and conscious of your mind's messages. Pisces, the two fish, as I've talked about, going in different directions, but swimming in the same water. And Libra, the energy of love and how we express love in our relationships. So I just want to thank you for joining me today. I say prayers for you that you may be healthy and well, free of pain and suffering, and feel connected and at peace inside yourself and with everybody around you. And it is my prayer that we connect in this soul family and feel nourished and uplifted and strengthened and soothed by this frequency. Thank you for liking the video. I appreciate the likes. It really helps more of our family to join us. Lucy, thank you for being here. You're a superstar. Thank you for being my assistant, for being so creative and amazing. And thank you, April, also for being here. Much, much love to you all. From Teddy's. Bye for now.